Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to this channel. I'm Gift God's Time by name, and if you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you for your support. So today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve this basket weave on the neckline and also on the sleeve. Kindly stay tuned. So firstly, I'm going to draw my starting line. Next, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurement, which is 14 divided by 2. That gives me 7. I'll be taking a neck width of 3 inches and the depth I'll be using 4.5 inches. And I'll connect those two lines to give me a U-shaped neckline. Next, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope, and I'll connect it to the neckline. Next, I'm going to impute my armhole depth, which is 7.5, and I'm just making sure over there to know that it's still 7 with aligned with the shoulder. So I'll connect the lines together and then extend this other line. This is my chest line. For the sake of this tutorial, I won't be doing the full scale bodice. So after the chest line, I'm going down by 1 inch, as you can see from the video. Next, I'm going to impute my bust measurement, divide by 4, and the figure I got, I'm just indicating it over there. Next, I'm adding 1.5 inches. The dress is a free dress, so ½ inch for my sewing and 1 inch for ease, and I'll connect it to that extended 1 inch line I gave below. I have a video of how to draft a full body scale on my channel in case you feel I'm too fast in this video. So what I'm doing right there is I took the midpoint of that armhole line, and I'll be going inward by ½ inch, and then I'll connect all 3 lines, as you can see from the video. So this is the yoke part I'll be using for this basket weave. I'll go ahead to cut out this part I have drawn. So this is my pattern. This is it when it's open. So to achieve the basket weave, I'll be using my ruler. I'll be using the measurements. The measurement is 1.25 inches, which is okay for me. It's not that big, it's not that small. You can use as much as 1.5 inch or even 2 inch, depends on you. So now I'll be drawing a parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that cannot meet each other. So that is what I'm doing over there. So I started from the edge. So the spacing must be equal. That is why I'm using my ruler. It just gives me the perfect way. It's easy for me than using my tape and then measuring it. It's stressful. So it's the easy option I went for, my ruler. You can use whatever that is easy for you or whatever you feel you want to. So I'll connect it all the way. Next, also I'll also start from the edge, as you can see me placing my ruler, and then I will draw another line, another parallel line opposite the one I drew earlier. So I'll just go ahead to connect all the lines till I get to the other end of the pattern paper, and from the look of it, it's already giving that basket nature. So this is it. I'm done drawing. This is how yours should look like as well. So next, I'll be teaching you how to get the strip. So you get a long piece of fabric. I use my ruler for the width I want, which is 1.25 inches. You can use 1.5 depending on what you want to achieve, but this is perfect for me. So what I did was I fold my fabric into 2, and then I sew it all the way down in order to bring the right side inward, so there will not be rough edges. But there's also another method I can teach you. So this is the second method, is to fold one edge of the fabric and the other edge and fold it again and then you have to sew all the way down. The reason why I didn't use this method was that because I don't want to have two stitches. So by the time I'm placing it on my pattern, I'll still sew. So I don't want to achieve that. So that's why I did this. So after sewing, this is how I turned it inward. So these rough edges will go inside while I will get the good side. So I used my threaded needle. I had to make it firm, stitch it on one side, and then put my needle inward till I get to the other end of the strip, and then I started pulling it. So right now I will get the right side without any rough edges out. So this is it. So this is how I achieve my own strip. So whatever method that works for you and whatever that is faster for you, you go ahead to do it. So next I'm going to iron it to be very flat and straight. So this is it. I did so many because you need so many for this project. So this is the outcome. This is what I'll be working with. So with our pattern paper, I'm going to be placing this strip on the lines, and I will sew. So you're going to align it properly. Now I put one strip before the line, so the other one I'm also going to put it before the line. You don't do it scattered, you don't mix it up. I'll show you. By the time you mix it up, you'll see that it won't be perfect. So now I'm taking this other strip after the line. As you can see, the spacing is much. By the time I put another strip again on the third part, you will see that all three strips are not even. The lines, the spacing is different. So this is what I mean. So whatever, how you place your strip on the lines matters. It must align. So I've gone ahead to align it. As you can see, the spacing are all equal. So next I'm also going to be putting my strip on the other line and sew it all through. So this is me placing it. This is how you're going to do it. So this is the reason why I didn't use that other method in achieving my strip, because I'm going to be sewing it. So I don't want it to look too messed up when we have two stitches. I just want a perfect look. So this is it. So I'll go ahead and sew it all these other lines, and this is it. This is the outcome. The basket weave, it's really looking beautiful. So you don't remove your paper. Next I'll be piping the neckline with the paper still intact. The paper acts as a guide for you to sew because there are so many space. It's a basket, so it helps. Do not pull it out. Make sure you are done with all your sewing attaching before pulling it out. So this is how I pipe my neckline. So I sew the on the wrong side, as you can see. So what I did at the beginning part, I folded it, as you can see, before sewing all through. And also when I ended this other edge, I also made a fold. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it over to the right side and then hem it. I'm going to fold it. Before sewing, you're going to remove the paper on the neckline. That's what I'm doing, so that you don't sew your paper inside the fabric. After doing that, you're going to fold your fabric and then sew the neckline. You're going to pipe it. So I'm done sewing it. This is how it looks like. So with my pattern and with my paper still intact, I'm going to attach the lower part of the bodice, the dress. I'm going to attach it with still the paper being intact. You don't remove the paper because this paper, like I said earlier, aids as guide. So this is the lower part and I'll be attaching it to my yoke. So do not remove your paper. It will guide you. If you do, it will be difficult for you, so don't complicate your sewing. We'll move to the sleeve part now. So this is my sleeve. I did a bell sleeve for this project because I want the down parts to be very wide. So this is the sleeve being opened. What I did was I came down by 9 inches from the top. That is where I want my basket to start, and I'll be using 4 inches for this basket for the sleeve. I want the width, how long it should be. I want it to be 4 inches, so I'll go ahead to mark 4 inches and draw a straight line. So this is the straight line, and for this project we're only going to be using the midpoints, that is the middle. So I'll go ahead to cut it out. So I'm just labeling it so that by the time I cut it, I won't get confused. So what I'm writing there is the front part, the part facing the front side, because this is our sleeve, the front and the back is different. So we are only going to be using the midpoint. This other two, we don't need it for now. So I also cut out another pattern because to give me 1/2 inch for my sewing at the top and the bottom. So I'll be using that pattern, not this one we cut. I've gone ahead to draw out our basket weave on it. So next I'm going to be using my strip to sew it the same way I did for that of the front. And this is the outcome. This is for the two hands. So next I'll be attaching it to my main sleeve. So those other parts, the up part and the down parts, I will be sewing it with still my paper still being intact as well. So I'll go ahead to sew it as illustrated with my hands. So I'm done sewing it. I also sew the side as well. Next I'll be hemming the bottom, and now we can pull out the paper. Yes, this is the point you can pull your paper out because you are done sewing every part that will be difficult for you. By the time you pull out all your paper, that is when you're going to see the beauty you created, the art piece. It is really beautiful. So this is it. This is our sleeve, and I'll go ahead to attach it to our main bodice. I have come to the end of this tutorial. Please, if you find this helpful, do not forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to. See you in my next tutorial.